will always advise it's better you go in first. When you go in first, get accommodation, then get a job, then you can bring in your family. Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Dinma, and today I'll be talking about countries you can go in with your family while studying. Some of these countries you can go in with your family, but immigration laws are changing. They are changing very. So if you watch this video and then you say maybe in 6 months time you want to apply for with your family, just know that laws must have changed. So you need to go research more to know if actually the law is still as I said. So before I'll list out the countries, I will also state the amount of the proof of fund needed for an applicant and the proof of fund needed for the family. So if you're applying as an applicant, just your proof of fund will be different. But if you're applying with family, your proof of fund will double or even triple or even multiple. So just know that. So I'll be stating out the tuition and then the proof of fund for an applicant and for their family. The first on my list is Canada. Canada is no longer the Canada we used to know in 2020, 2021, 2022, and 2023. Canada presently in 2024 is different. The laws have changed. As of before, every student can go in with their family. But presently, only masters and PhD students and some few bachelor's programs students can take their family with them. And Canada's program, like the diploma, no program in diploma itself is below 10,000 Canadian dollars. No, you can't even get any program of 10,000 Canadian dollars. No, I know of some programs now, the diploma programs, what we are looking at is 17, 18 to 20 Canadian dollars. Then after that, you have to also think of your living costs, which your living costs, the money that needs to be in your account is 20,000 Canadian dollars, nothing less than 20 Canadian dollars. Add to it, then add plus your family. If your spouse and children are going with you, that money is double. Maybe let me say for 1 year tuition, which is 17,000 Canadian dollars, a living cost, which is 20,000 Canadian dollars. What we have now is 37 Canadian dollars. Then miscellaneous, you must have miscellaneous for yourself, which is like 5,000 Canadian dollars. The total is how much? Let's say 37 plus 5. We're looking at 41 for just an applicant. Then let us include your spouse. Your spouse living cost will be, let's say, half of it, 7 to 10,000 Canadian dollars. If you have a child, 7 to 10,000 Canadian dollars, and you now have miscellaneous for each of this child or for your spouse. Do you know how much we're talking about? So Canada is way expensive, but if you have the money, good for you. Canada is a country that you can go in with your family, and if you go in with your family, your spouse can work and your children can go to school free of charge if they are of school age. And also remember, if you are going for diplomas which your spouse is not allowed, it's not like your spouse is not allowed to come in. Your spouse can come in through visitor's visa, but for work permit, no, your spouse cannot come in with work permit if you are not a master's or PhD student. But your spouse can apply for visitor's visa, come to visit you, stay 1 to 3 months or 4, but not more than 6 months. Any country you are going to visit, do not stay more than 6 months. The highest should be 5 months. 1 to 3 months is okay. 5 months. If you want to say 1 to 6 months, even 1 to a year, and you will not be working, you are spending your whole money and you're not getting it back, because unless you want to do an illegal job, and if they get you, it will be difficult for you to come back to that country. So respect yourself, go to that country as a visitor 1 to 5 months and then come back. And those of you say, can I go to Canada with visitor's visa then change to work? It's no longer possible. Any agent that is telling you it's still possible is a lie. It's no longer possible for you to go Canada visitor's visa and then change to work permit. The work permit, before, they do give work permit of 1 year, but now it is, I think they say, is it 3 to 6 months? Who want to spend that huge amount of money or that risk for just 3 to 6 months job and that 3 to 6 month job, you will not be able to apply for express entry, because for you to apply for express entry, you must have 1 year work experience in Canada. For this one now, you can't even have up to 1 year, 3 to 6 months that you have. So you take that risk or spend that huge amount of money to go do this. Please abort that mission. Canada, abort that mission from visitors to work permit. Abort it, please. The next on our list is Netherlands. Netherlands is a beautiful country that allows you as an international student to go in with your family. The whole gist about Netherlands is that when you're going for Netherlands, you need to show the school, or not even the visa application period, the school admission application, that is the admission application. You need to show the tuition fee, the living cost, and the health insurance in your account. You need to show all this money in your account while applying for the school. So when you have all this money and you show it to the school will give you admission, and the school will now apply for visa for you. The school will be the one to apply for visa for you, and once you get the admission, you have 90% chances of getting the visa. So if you as an applicant alone is applying tuition fee, living cost, and the health insurance, you know that double of all these things you have to show for your family. If you have just a spouse, you show this, both their living costs and their health insurance. For children, living costs and health insurance, all this must be seen in your account for them to give you admission and then apply for visa. But if you have all this, I'm guaranteeing you 98% of getting your visa. But I will always advise, it's better you go in first. When you go in first, get accommodation, then get a job. And another thing is that once you are done schooling, then you can bring in your spouse and children. Because what I'm saying that is that Netherlands give 1 year post-study stay. So after studying, you have 1 year to look for job. So Netherlands gives that. So maybe that time after you're done for school and then you're looking for job, or you've gotten a job, then you can bring in your family. That would be the advice I would give. Go in first, settle down, get accommodation, get a job before you can bring in your family. And they have 2 intakes, January and September intake. The next on our list is Denmark. Denmark, you have to show part of the tuition of a semester. So I can't tell you the specific amounts because each schools differ, each programs differ, so their tuition will differ. So you can pay part of a semester's tuition fee. And you should also have that in mind that IELTS is compulsory. That is English proficiency certificate is compulsory for Denmark. And Denmark also gives 3 years post-study stay after studying. Canada gives 1 to 3 years. I think if you go for a 1 year program, you get 1 year. If you go for a 2 years program, you get 3 years. But recently now, I think 1 year master's program we can get 3 years. So for Denmark, any program you go for, they'll give you 3 years to work, and IS is very, very compulsory. They also have January and September intake. The next country that will allow you as an international student to go with your family is Sweden. So you just need to check in the school website, because I can't tell you the exact amount you need in your proof of fund. So in the school website, the list will be given to you and everything. So also know that if you're going with your family, the fees, whatever, will be multiplied. The next on the list is Portugal. Portugal, they have what is called B7 visa and the digital normal visa. So these are the visas that people are using presently. The proof of fund needed for an applicant is 7,000 euros. So with your family, you double it, you calculate it, 7,000 euros for yourself. Then family, you have to add up more funds in order to apply for both you and your family. Right now, it is so difficult to get visa appointment dates in Portugal. Very, very difficult, and I can't tell why, but it's difficult. And also put in mind that there is something called legalization for Portugal. Legalization is compulsory. Even if the school does not request for it, during your visa application, they must request for a legalized document. So as you're applying for the schools, be legalizing your documents, because you must need it. And if you don't know about it, or you don't know how to go about it, I made a video on how to legalize your documents, authenticate and legalize your documents. Go watch that video. It will give you a direct guide and step-by-step guide on how to authenticate and legalize your documents. And there is also a new update from Ministry of Education. I also made a video about that, so look out for that video and also watch. The next is USA, the United States of America. So USA is very easy to go in with your family. So if you're going with a fully funded program or a PhD, it's very easy. I will always advise if you go with PhD, because PhD is for 3 to 4 years. So enough time for you and your family to stay in the United States of America. But you also need to put this into consideration that your spouse cannot work while you're a student. No, spouse of every student in the United States of America cannot work and will not work. So put that into consideration too while going for the United States of America. Then Austria and Finland. In Austria, you have to show a fully completed proof of fund, complete money, the whole money you need for your study. You must show it in your account. If you need more about Austria, go down to my video. I've made a video about Austria. Watch the step-by-step and everything you need to apply for Austria. Then for Finland, for an applicant, that for a student, it is 6,720 euros. Then for families, 15,000 euros. So you need to put all this into consideration while applying. All these countries, you can go in with your family while applying for yourself, or you can go in then invite your family to come. So these are the list. Make sure you research and put all this into consideration before you start applying to any country. So guys, we've come to the end of this video. Please do not forget to subscribe, like and share. If you have any question, please put it down in the comment section. I'll be ready and available to answer all your questions. Thank you guys for watching. Bye.